So tell me, I hear you have two amazing shows that you're working on this fall season. So I want to hear all about both of them and what you're doing, your roles, all of it.
Um, First and foremost, thank you for having me,
Of
Sammy.
course, yes, yes.
Thank you for the time. Yeah, so we have two great shows coming out in September here. The first one is Chicken Sisters on Hallmark, starring Skylar Fisk, Genevieve Engelson, Wendy Malick, Leah Thompson, so like legends. It was amazing to work on that project. I play a character named Gordo. There's a reality series on the show called Kitchen Clash. So the show is based off two families that own fried chicken franchises, and we kind of come in as the reality show to settle the dispute once and for all. So I play a cameraman named Gordo who, doesn't speak much, but when he speaks, it lands. So it was really nice to first and foremost, get my first Hallmark project under the belt, which is, amazing. I've always grown up watching Hallmark. So it's nice to now, get a paycheck from them. You know what I mean, Simon?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And maybe pretty soon you'll be one of those people that are in all the Hallmark movies.
Yeah, I got to go back to the team and like discuss with the manager and the agent and the publicist what's best. But no, again, man, I'm just so grateful to be a part of such a project. Gordo was such a beloved character. Again, being a Punjabi actor in this day and age, it's just nice to be seen on screen. You know what I mean?
Nice, nice. And what was your favorite part about playing Gordo?
There's so many. I think one of the biggest compliments when you're not delivering lines as much is being able to stand out on screen. So I think the biggest compliment for me was when the writer and showrunner Annie Mabane came over and said, "Hey, between you and me, well, not between you and me anymore, but there's a couple of times that people have come over and said Gordo was my favorite character." I think that is why I love playing Gordo because the character will be um, beloved in America and wherever they watch it.
Nice. And what was the biggest challenge about playing that character?
Again, I think it's that standing out and when you're dealing with such legends, uh, I think just being quiet was probably the biggest challenge because I'm typically the loudest in the room, but when there's so much to learn from, I think there was over probably 100 years of experience, in our top four. Well, like two alone, Wendy Malick and Leah Thompson alone, I know they probably have more than 100 years of combined, acting experience. So it was just a dream for me to be a part of such a great story that is now going to be the Hallmark rolling out TV show for their streaming service.
Nice. And without giving too much away, what's one scene you're most looking forward to everybody seeing?
Uh, there, there's a bunch of scenes where it took literally 14 hours to block and shoot, where we have everyone from, one to the 35th person on the call sheet, and there's chaos in town. So I think there's a couple of scenes like that I think are going to be really juicy. So I think those are probably what I look forward to most.
Yeah, and going back to working with Wendy and Skylar and Leah, tell me a little bit about that experience. Because, like you said, all three legends grew up watching them all. So tell me a little bit about that.
Um, I'm really fortunate to be surrounded by divine feminine power. So like my agent Layla Carrera, who I've been with from the jump, my manager Michelle Benedetti, and my publicist Sharon Pananzo, like I just am surrounded by um brilliance. So I think, having that respect and seeing just more just timeless. timeless knowledge, and like to be able to be um tapping into the resources and like stories of like Aaliyah Thompson or a Wendy Malick on a daily basis, you know what I mean? Like from the 70s and 80s and 90s, like, that's just like it was like a podcast every day at work, you know what I mean? Just like sitting beside them. It was precious.
Absolutely. Tell me about this other show that you're doing. I'm excited about this one too.
How Did I Alone? Okay, here, yeah, starring Natasha Rothwell. So it's written, show run, and produced by Natasha Rothwell.
Wow.
Yeah, she's wearing a lot of caps in this one, and she's written a brilliant story. It also has Conrad Ricamora, Jocko Sims, Keelan Durrell Jones. So like just brilliant humans that are on the journey of life. And this follows Natasha's journey. We work at an airport in JFK, and I get to play a supporting character named Sean Gill, that just assists the journey of life with Natasha, whose character name is Mel.
I love it. I love it. And tell me a little bit about another scene that you're most excited for everybody seeing on this, again, without giving too much away.
On How to Die Alone, oh, there's tons. Okay, so my co-star and like scene partner is a guy named comedian CP. So his name, stage name on the show is Deshaun. So it's Sean and Deshaun. We're attached at the hip. So there's so many moments. Again, we were, told that everybody loves when we get to come and go to work. So I think there's going to be a lot of scenes for the audience to pick from. But me personally is going to be me and CP, like just to watch it because we don't get to watch playbacks live on the day. You know what I mean? So like getting to watch it for the first time, I think that'll be pretty fun.
Very nice. And but out of both of these characters, which one do you relate to, or if you don't, which characteristics do they have that you wish you had for both characters?
Well, no, I think both characters. I they have a bit of Arkie in them, and being a cameraman, having the respect for a cameraman. So I was carrying a black ninja, and like to actually be a cameraman in front of a camera, unit, that, obviously the production team, there's a little bit of pressure there, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to disrespect their craft because I know, they work really hard and they go above and beyond to, get the shot. So I think just being a student, I definitely favored towards Sean more just because there was a lot more play on screen with that. Um, but yeah, I think both. I can't, Sammy, you making me pick between my children here. You know what I mean? That's a tough question. Um, yeah, no, I would definitely say if you made me cut off a limb, I'm leaning towards How to Die Alone, but now Chicken Sisters was a surprise, so it's like, hey man, like I didn't plan this one, so I gotta love them the same.
Very nice. I definitely understand that. And are you working on any other projects, or are these two pretty much your babies now?
These are the two upcoming projects right now where they're the main focus on press tour with this. Other than that, auditioning back in the game.
And what would be your dream role to have in your dream co-star?
Oh, that's easy. Seth Rogen. So I
Yeah.
started I started this journey with my first meeting with my agent, Layla, and I sat down and I said, Layla, I don't know if I'm meant to be an actor, but I love Seth Rogen. He's a local Vancouver native as well. So my dream was just to smoke weed with Seth Rogen.
I think
And
that's everybody's dream.
And what happened was I started acting and booking some roles in between, and I was like, hey, you know what? Like, eventually, it's inevitable. You know what I mean? We're gonna land somewhere. So, like, I'm just on the train, just waiting to kick it with Seth Rogen, and hopefully he'll be like, hey, man, let's make a Indian Canada co-treaty movie, whatever he wants to do. I'm with it, man. Like, he just wants to chill and smoke weed. I'm with it. Like, whatever he wants.
All right, we're putting that out into the universe. You're going to work with him. I mean, we're putting it out into the universe right now, and
Yeah.
hopefully he'll be watching this and make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Sammy, from your mouth to Seth Rogen's blunt.
I like that. I like that. And one thing I like asking people I interview is tell me a fun fact about yourself.
Fun fact about myself. I'm the youngest of four boys, no sisters. So there was a lot of male energy, I guess you can say, testosterone in the house. So I always had to kind of balance it. So coming from an all boy family, I guess is something that, most people don't really know about me because you have to be the funny guy when you're the youngest. Otherwise, you just get scraps at the dinner table.
Nice. And what are you watching these days? Since we're a TV side as well, what are you watching these days?
The Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah, the Olympics have taken over the world. So just supporting all the countries that are involved, and being grateful that, 2024, like who would have thought all these Olympics? Because, every 4 years, I guess you got to be grateful to catch the Olympics. You know what I mean? It's like a leap year.
Yeah. Who are you rooting for in the Olympics?
Nobody in particular. See that? Yeah, you asked a political
Yes.
question there. You asked a political question. I see that. I'm rooting for nobody in particular, but I am a fan of just all these athletes that have dedicated, their time and energy to perform at that level. Even through pandemics, they've stayed, focused and determined to, come through. So like, it's just fun to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, and I have actually one of the male gymnasts lives was from the town I live in now. He's from Penn State, and just watching him, I'm like, I
You know,
probably passed you in town and like didn't even know you had all this talent.
I do that with the Vancouver Canucks all the time. Like it's the hockey team here. Like I swear, you pass by a Canuck, and you're like, oh, that guy plays for the Canucks, and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I probably saw you at Walmart or in the bar or something, and then it's like, wow, you can do that?
Yeah, exactly. You're that flexible? Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. And where can we find you on social media so we can continue to follow this incredible career of yours?
You can find me at Arkie Kandola on Instagram. And that's pretty much it. I'm not too much of a sharer on there. I definitely share a lot of food. You know what I mean? I am a foodie when I am not acting, so flavors is definitely a part of my palate. But yeah, no, the How to Die Alone and Chicken Sisters is pretty much all I'm eating these days is I'm eating fried chicken alone, Sammy.
I like it. I like it. Well, if you like cooking, just so you know, I'm a cookbook author too.
No way. You're gonna have
Yes,
yeah, yes. Okay, send me that over. I'm gonna definitely support and get some recipes and share those with my peoples.
I will put it into chat right now.
Beautiful.
If I could spell. There you go. It's on Amazon. So,
Okay, I got you.
all right. Well, Arkie, it was a pleasure to speak to you. You're amazing, and I can't wait to do this again soon.
Thank you so much, Sammy, for the time. And I will be coming for
Absolutely.
that chocolate soon. All right.
Yes. Do please do. Please do. Enjoy and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. And please tune in September. How to Die Alone, Chicken
Yes.
Sisters.
I promise I'll tune in for you. Bye.